Hi, welcome back to Elder Care Answers. I'm your host, Attorney Doreen Seamon. Earlier on our show today, we discussed how your estate planning foundation can protect your health and nest egg. We also discussed with Brian Schnapp and Joe Lombardi of Reliable Healthcare Solutions how personal home care can help you or your loved one remain at home for as long as possible. In my law practice, I find that regardless of my client's health, most estate planning involves financial or tax issues. So I'm very happy to have Nestor here with us today to discuss some basic accounting issues that senior citizens should be aware of. Don is a partner at Toothman Rice Certified Public Accountants. He has 39 years of experience as a CPA. He is past president of the West Virginia Society of CPAs and a West Virginia University graduate. Don was born and raised in Pickens, West Virginia, and resides in Buchanan, West Virginia with his family. Don, it's a pleasure to have you on the show.
Well, thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure to kind of talk to folks about their tax issues and help them understand what the tax laws are and how they can save taxes.
Don, if we haven't needed a CPA to help us with our taxes in the past, why should we consider consulting with a CPA now?
Well, the thing that's kind of changed now, Doreen, is all the changes we've had in the last years, whether it's in stimulus money that came through, the election changes, the healthcare reform that we had, all those changes have happened, plus the slowdown economy. They've all affected us in some way, and it's factors we need to be aware of in the now and in the years to come.
You're right. These changes have affected almost all of us. When we're looking for a CPA, what sets Toothman Rice apart from firms that just provide just simple income tax preparation?
Well, at Toothman Rice, we do more than just a basic tax return or financial statement of balances. We also try to help you understand what it really means to you and help you save money and taxes, and then work with you to make the best decision for you, your family, your business, considering all the factors. Toothman Rice isn't just one firm that serves one size of client. We have a lot of different types of clients. We distinguish ourselves from other accounting firms by the fact we have a lot of variety of expertise in our offices. We have over 70 associates who work for us in our 4 offices in Morgantown, Fairmont, Bridgeport, and Buchanan. We use that experience to help you in your different areas. We have spatial expertise in the oil and gas industry, in government contracting, and in construction. We want to have the most effective planning strategy for you to get as large a refund as we can and to have as little cost in your accounting fees as possible.
Wow. I can see why Toothman Rice is a leader in the financial and tax solutions. Don, I recently attended a seminar where you spoke about Marcellus Shale. In my law practice, this topic comes up frequently. If our viewers are considering leasing oil or gas royalties, what types of issues should they consider before they sign that agreement?
Well, first of all, it is, as you said, it's very important to issue out to a good opportunity. They should make sure they understand the agreements before they sign them. And if they don't understand it, check with someone that can give you the answers. They also need to look to see how much cash they should be receiving initially and in the future, and how it will be calculated, because there are a lot of different calculations. We want to make sure it's fair to them. The other things is how to then minimize income taxes and estate taxes now and in the future, plus how to orderly transfer whatever value they have to their heirs. With the Marcellus Shale, we need to continually monitor what the value of this royalty income is now and in the future.
A lot of my clients are concerned that if they need expensive long-term care, they could lose valuable assets like those royalties or the family farm or stocks, so they just want to give everything away to the children now. What's your advice as a CPA about gifting these assets while mom and dad are still living?
Okay. Well, gifting can be a good way to protect those assets from the high cost of long-term care, but in order to do that, whatever you do has to be approved by the federal government. There's certain requirements they have. You have to follow that. The smart thing to do when you give it away is first of all, you have to give it away totally. It has to be given away, but to control it in some way with a trust of some type where you can have some assurance that what it's intended for will be actually utilized, and it'll be there when you need it. The person that makes this type of transfer also needs to make sure that they consider all the issues, both now and in future, where their future would be heading and what they need to consider. We can help them consider those issues, not just the income tax part. A key thing, Doreen, of this type of a transfer also is when the gifts are made during a person's life, the basis that the recipient has, the person you give it to, the tax basis they have for gain or whatever is the same basis that the donor that you have. So they don't get a step up in basis. If you wait until death, the person that receives that asset gets that step up in basis and would pay less tax when they eventually sell it. So you need to kind of consider all issues when you're doing that.
Right, so from an income tax basis, it may be best to transfer certain assets at death or using a will and trust.
Exactly, and that's where we kind of work with our clients. That's the extra things that we do, of trying to make sure they consider not only the current income tax situation, but the economics of such transfers and what's best for them, so they can make the best decision now and in the future for them and their families.
That's a great point, Don. One of the risks a lot of people don't consider with a gift during life is that just by even adding your child's name to an asset, like a deed, if something bad happens to that child, like divorce, bankruptcy, they lose their job, have credit problems, addictions, that asset could be lost forever.
Exactly, exactly.
Now, Don, we need to take a quick commercial break, but I have some more questions for you. Could you stay with us for just a few more minutes?
Sure, sure.
Great. Before we go to break, if our viewers need more information about Toothman Rice, how can they contact you?
Contact us at our 800 number, 800-924-0729, or stop by any of our 4 offices in Bridgeport, Fairmont, Buchanan, or Morgantown. Let us know they saw the show and they'd like some more information. We'd be glad to help.
Great. Stay tuned to Elder Care Answers, and we'll be right back with Don Nestor of Toothman Rice Certified Public Accountants.